Welcome. I'm glad you've settled, and my goal tonight is to help you shed the weight of the day layer by layer until there is nothing left but the steady rhythm of your breath and the vivid velvet textures of the story we are about to create. Tonight we aren't just visiting a place, we are visiting a feeling. This is the glass conservatory of midnight. Imagine you are standing at the edge of a vast, ancient estate. The air is cool, not cold, and carries the scent of damp earth and crushed jasmine. In front of you sits a massive Victorian conservatory, a cathedral of glass and dark wrought iron. Outside, a soft, rhythmic rain begins to fall. Tink, tink, tink. Each drop hits the glass panes above you like a microscopic finger tapping on a crystal bell. Through the glass, the moonlight is diffused, turning the interior into a world of deep indigos, charcoal shadows, and silver highlights. You push open the heavy iron doors. They move with a weighted, silent grace. Inside, the humidity is perfect, a warm, gentle embrace that immediately softens the tension in your shoulders. In the center of this botanical paradise is a sunken lounge filled with oversized velvet cushions, the color of moss. You sink into them. They are cool to the touch at first, but quickly warm to your body, heat contouring to your spine, your hips, and your heavy limbs. As you lay there watching the rain race down the curved glass, sealing a small mechanical fountain nearby begins to hum. It isn't a splash, it's a liquid purr. Lavender ferns to your left, a cluster of rare ferns exhales a scent so clean it feels like it's washing your mind. The weighted blanket. You pull a heavy hand, knitted throw over your chest. It feels like a grounding hug anchoring you to the present moment. The indigo light, a single bioluminescent orchid across the room, pulses slowly on for 4 seconds off. For 4 seconds. Match your breathing to its glow. Drift into the deep. The world outside the glass is distant. The problems of tomorrow are behind a barrier of reinforced crystal. Here there is only the sound of the rain, the warmth of the velvet, and the slow, steady beat of your own heart. The shadows are stretching longer now, pulling you down into a soft, dark, and utterly safe dream. Your eyelids are becoming impossible to hold open. The story is ending, but the rest is just beginning. The garden path is made of ash that looks like silver dust. I walk without making a single dent in the soft gray earth. A rose hangs heavy and pale, waiting for a color to return. I reach for the velvet petal, but my hand feels suddenly transparent. The thorn pricks my thumb slowly. The blood is a shimmering white. It doesn't drip toward the ground, it rises toward the frozen moon. A bird is perched nearby stone. Its song is a rhythmic static. The sound fills the empty space between my heartbeat and my breath. I turn to see the gate. It has moved further away now. Distance is a liquid concept here, stretching and snapping like gold rubber. The air tastes like cold metal and the memory of a winter. I try to speak your name, but the syllables turn into mist. The mist curls around my ankles, pulling me down into the roots. The garden is a quiet trap designed to keep the clock still. I I close my eyes very tight and hear the grass growing louder. It sounds like 1,000 needles stitching the world back into place. Late the sun is rising black. Always late. Always just behind me. You are lying on your back in a wide, flat-bottomed wooden rowboat. There are no oars in the locks. You are not steering today. There is nowhere you need to get to in this quiet space. The boat is lined with thick, cream-colored faux fur rugs and pillows. They cradle your head and neck at the perfect angle for rest. The water beneath you isn't a rushing river or a choppy sea. It is a vast mirror-still lake at dusk in the fading light. The motion of the boat is a slow and hypnotic rocking rhythm, a gentle lift as a tiny swell passes under the wooden bow, a soft dip as the stern settles back into the glassy surface. The sensation is like being rocked in a giant liquid cradle tonight. The air here is crisp and clean, carrying the scent of pine. The sky above is a deep, bruised purple fading into dusty rose. Early stars are beginning to blink like sharp light pinpricks. They seem to pulse in time with your slow and steady breathing. A rhythmic slosh hush as the water kisses the side of boat. Occasionally the old wood gives a tiny dry creak, a comforting sound. It reminds you how safe and buoyant you are on this water. Far off on the shore, the wind moves through the pine needles, creating a soft static-like hiss that sounds like the world is whispering. Your hand dangles over the edge, fingertips barely skimming the lake surface. The water feels like silk ribbons sliding between your tired, cold fingers. Every time the boat rocks, your body feels heavier, melting into furs. The shore is miles away and the lake bottom is deep silent. You are suspended in the middle of a perfect and quiet void. Your eyelids are like lead as the rocking is all there is. Left, right, deep asleep. The story is ending, but rest is beginning.